can't deal under pressure, so he's just abandoned
this
ship.
Is Inferno. There's no drop. That was a strong joke. I just used back on you.
Is that what it feels like? I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Like I said, you're going to be a great dad.
I hope so. I really do.
I guess we have some time. How do you feel about adopting?
I think it's a very important tool in the social fabric of our existence, considering overpopulation.
Some big words, man.
Thank you. It's my way of covering my lack of opinion. So here we go. Enough of that. Heroic is on the CT side. Heroic's right down mid. EasyTag, they want to fight, and Sixer on the flank. Scream, Sixer, they'll grab some kills, and unfortunately for Heroic, they start to drop like flies, but it's EnVyUs to start to wrap all the way around towards the A site. Now, of course, we did have Maudie repositioned towards short, and he will catch the blank side of the terrorist. It's not going to be a kill just yet, and he actually goes down. So a 4-on-2 ensues. But Happy's lurk coming in. 2 CTs already in front of him. He executes the first, then he's going to pepper the second as XMS finds the frag. Envy with the opening round.
Just in time, as usual. Happy coming down those stairs, putting pressure on 2 players that have 3 more to deal with in the site is far too much, and Heroic crumble. We've actually got 2 smokes in this round. Interesting. One thing that's always been a really big advantage of Inferno is the sites are so strong that on eco rounds, even if Envy clear out all the map control, there's still a huge threat of giving up this second round. And I wonder how the smokes will be used. If they'll just be for mid and top banana, or if they'll be used to funnel an opponent somewhere else. And there it is, the smoke goes behind Nico, interestingly enough.
Maudie takes the place of his fallen comrade. His end result is the same, a corpse on the dirt. Happy on the A site. He's able to just clean up Yugi, so 2 players left, Snappy and EasyTag. They are split up. Happy, he just wants gunfights. Jumps to the sky, and Snappy will find a frag, despite his incredibly low health. But EnVyUs have done their job. They've dealt with this pistol round. Again, it shouldn't have been too much considering the investment.
I was having flashbacks to that round where Hellraisers, when they double smoked mid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We never did get to the bottom of that.
No, we don't know the answer to that question. Did they double smoke mid on purpose? Because what happened, for those of you who missed it, was Hellraisers had 2 players at Arch and 1 player at B, and Envy had 5 alive. Hellraisers smoke mid with 2 players, and everyone from Envy hearing that run all the way to B. But so do those Hellraisers players, and end up catching them off guard. And it begged the question, did they double smoke mid on purpose?
It is now to be one of life's great mysteries, Lunders.
I hope to live long enough to find out the answer to that question.
Could always just ask them.
Yeah, I can just jump on Twitter and tweet them.
Yeah.
I love current year.
What a time to be alive. Video games and whatnot. So here we go. EnVyUs to the 3rd round. This is another one where, of course, Heroic should find nothing. At least Snappy finds the MAC-10. He could get wild.
Nothing aggressive just yet. Top banana control, standard. It's free, it's safe, you can use it to listen at the very least, and that nade just pops a moment too soon. Scream. Still 100 HP after seeing the debris fly up in his face.
I like Inferno because it's the kind of map where these sorts of buys can sometimes still work out, right? Close range engagements, lots of chokeholds. Let's see if these pistols pay off. Fortunately for Heroic, it is unarmored, so an even slimmer chance. As Happy will come out of the bout. Actually just walks away.
That's a really good bluff. I mean, you give him the sound cue of your actual body and then hightail it. Unfortunately, it was timed in a moment where they don't actually have B just yet. It has been smoked by the CTs, but this is pretty interesting. I mean, they're still really taking their time here, and it looks like, yep, are finally starting to execute.
Find that open bomb site. There are no threats here.
Heroic with no friends to play with. have to think about controlling exits. Have a tiny bit to lose, but also will want to buy up next round, and unfortunately for them, can't really put MAC-10s to use.
Even on the exit, it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
But they do set 2 choke points up, one on CT spawn, the other towards the T side. See if Scream can punch his way out.
Looks like he's not getting frisky. Only risk here for Heroic is really just giving up that kill reward. Acknowledging they have to rebuy. RBK just jumping right into the crossfire like, watch me.
Yeah. Why are you guys waiting? So he gets it done. He gets the exit, and they clean up Heroic. But this puts us where we want to be. The meat and taters of the segment, the gun rounds.
Steak and potatoes. A wonderful thought. Whoever wins this game will be eating good tonight, that's for sure.
Saw aggression from Yugi prior to, but the Molotov could force him back. It is going to burn him up. It drops to 30. Happy hit, but not dealt with. So, little damage dealt on each side of the spectrum.
Yugi actually flubbing the strafe in probably would have saved himself a little bit of damage, but it's hard to tell whether or not that trade was favorable. We'll find out later in this round. It does come down to it. Keep a note of that 70 damage. At the very least, it affects how both players play. Even though there is no literal change to your player model or any consequence for taking damage and not dying, you are going to be a lot more timid.
Cubby is guaranteed to be clear, but Maudie looks to turn up the heat. Despite the fire, despite the flames, it's him that looks to slay. He will only find one because Scream's able to trade it back, and now they split towards the B site. But the rotation from Snappy could get caught in the open. He's going to instead blindside Scream and then drop himself. So RPK needs to deal with EC Tag, and he does. Multiple times we've seen EC Tag boosted to the backside of that site. It allows for Heroic to rotate players off and leave only the anchor.
Also avoids getting mollied out at quad, which is a big deal, and provides a brand new off angle that you'd be hard pressed to see teams using too often in one half. Aren't many options here for Heroic. They just lost their anchor in a situation where if EC Tag got that kill, and he's usually reliable enough to do it, they would simply win the round. It'd be very difficult to deal with him in that position. With the clock ticking down and all the damage dealt to both Happy and RPK. Not enough to buy, but too much saved to think about not spending any more money, and here's Nico to take the first step. Dropping the UMP, buying an M4, and yeah, it's going to be a tattered buy, but they're going all in. Investing the resources behind Yugi.
See if he can get this show started. Smokes things off, goes for the peek, and then he holds the position.
Wow.
Tantalizingly close, but as is Envy. They come charging down middle and now through smoke where Maudie's able to find one frag, but that's it. Man advantage as RPK extends it over towards Banana. Heroic trying to play responsibly, trying to get behind Envy as they look to wrap the site, but it's Nico in the apps to find an exit despite his incredibly low health. 12 HP is all he's got, 31 for XMS. Now Molotov's gonna clear pit here, but I believe the bomb is planted for the man in library side. That's Scream, and he's on full HP. He will be the insurance policy in this 2v2 as XMS will just play the backside.
They've got a smoke to use.
Very true. Could block things off, but instead they flash their way in. XMS hears the footsteps ever so close, so now he reveals himself. And there's Scream with a headshot. There's Envy with another round. That's the 5-0 start they'd hoped for.
Yeah, and it really shouldn't have come that close. Obviously, Heroic had an opportunity in that 2v2, but Yugi, dare I say it, irresponsible, staying that long in front of the smoke at mid, I mean, he was in danger timing-wise of getting rushed if it were players coming out of ult just like they did. And obviously, he thought that that wasn't going to happen, that they were the very best walk and got punished for it. But ultimately, it's hard to say whether or not he made the wrong play. Obviously, he died, but would it have worked on another day? It's hard to say.
See if he can do anything with this more passive angle. Does take Sixer down, and there's a bit of kills for Heroic. That's 3. And then some further damage dealt. Puts them in a prime spot. EnVyUs with their hands tied. They're just going to try to come in here. Yugi's already rotated over. Of course, they still have that utility. They could Molotov the back of sight. Snappy is so low. Snappy is now down. Yugi is going to try to deny the plant. That's no damage. So RPK gets it in. Now, there's no threat coming in from Banana, so RPK is going to fall off on that side. Scream could set the crossfire if need be. Could also take the fight, take the initiative straight to Yugi, who is now posted up. Heroic with grenades of their own, but that's a great flash, and Scream makes the best of it. Now the crossfire set, and both CTs filtering through. RPK gets 1, but it is again traded back, so it is all on Scream. Smoke grenade to cover the ball. Oh! Scream with the fadeaway.
No way.
Connects it. That one's gotta hurt.
That has got, oh my gosh. Wow, there would have been so many opportunities just after that to be able to get the kill. That was such an amazing flash from RPK. Whoever called it, whether it was Scream or RPK just saying, I'm gonna help you push in this situation, it was perfect. They didn't even know where he was able to come away with another kill because of it.
Leaves Heroic deflated and unarmed other than their pistols. Yugi, yet again, just stripped off of mid as Sixer leads with the MAC-10. Nico executes with a Deeg, though. That's 1 down for the count. Sixer still creating further space, but he's out of bullets. Needs the quick reload as now he's getting punched in. CT's inbound. Snappy reveals himself as he had a terrorist on his head.
Not something you ever expect to say.
How does the player from EnVyUs not realize? Hey guys, I'm now 6 feet taller. Don't mind me. I'd love to see that in third person, if possible. But again, in the end, it's Envy with another round. So a bit of a scuffle over towards the arch side, swinging back and forth, but the guns, they all do pay off.
Didn't think I'd see the 7-0 start for EnVyUs. Unbelievable. Another kill through the smoke, why not? Buy up, double up in response. This was made fast. I think they have a strategy here, which we would hope to assume. And it seems it just took them a little bit of time to get the kill.
I was going to say, from our perspective, it looked like he was just chilling there. Not the case. Double op setup here from Heroic. So come up empty-handed, sitting on the goose egg. They're going to change things up.
Walking halls here, but
Sixer gets the entry already. Yugi's gonna feel the heat, feel the hurt as XMS doubles down yet again. Such successful entries all series long. Now, of course, Envy have planted that bomb, so Heroic on the back foot, on the save.
Yeah, bust the site wide open immediately. Spreading throughout the map like the virus. Looking for the remaining CTs, and these save frags are critically important. Again, as on the CT side, buy save situation. ECTag looks to take a fight on an off angle, and with the shoulder peek, Happy bests him. Wow, didn't think I'd see that.
Crucial save, 1 denied. Snappy's still alive. No utility though, just the AWP, which is still better than nothing. Again, he can just chuck that into the hands of Yugi, who has been predominantly set up for success. They've been giving him a lot of space to try and work on mid and alt, but just hasn't panned out as of yet. XMS, nicely played. Head always on a swivel, this man.
Yeah.
Great time for a pause, because they certainly need a response.
This is going to be tough. I mean, okay. We've got another op on the board. Heroic here on a couple of rounds have flubbed opening kills. Yugi on one round was unable to close out Happy, which would have been a big frag, as he's integral, playing kind of similar positions to Madi in that he shows up late and closes things out. One round he also blew on a rifle round, pushing through that smoke at mid and overstaying his welcome. Just looking to pick stairs, but then getting killed by an alt player. It's kind of an unforgivable situation for your team, or from your team's perspective. At best now, Heroic can find 7 rounds in this half, which is the depressing thought.
Yeah, we're more than a quarter of the way through.
Take more than grit to get them out of this.
Again, double op setup from Heroic. You mentioned it, reinvested in. What would you do with a double op setup to the CT side?
I think the only thing that's key is that Yugi, at the very least, stays alive, but further that, I mean, I guess that they do try to find that 5v4 as fast as possible. The only thing that is on your mind as a CT in this situation is we would love to see a 5v4 happen, but what's a way to do that without risking ourselves too much? And that's the struggle. That's the constant struggle. How do we open up the round with aggression, because that's the only way to do it, but then safely enough that it makes sense, calculated aggression. And you know, one of the methods that Yugi has attempted, seems like he would put him in a position where he was very close to getting that kill, but hadn't sealed it out. And I mean, it's got to be him to really have to. There's a lot of pressure on him to think of a way to do this. As for Snappy, all he can do is allow one of his teammates to be a little bit more expendable by holding down B. And this gives his teammates freedom to rotate. And if A site is the weaker site, then Snappy can opt that long angle at B with banana control. And there it is. The smoke goes out from his teammates, indicating that he's going to leave him alone. And this does buy some time. They're not going to recycle this smoke 4 times like you would have seen on old Inferno, but at the very minimum we'll have a second one. Though that being said, Snappy has the opportunity to not smoke here and just wait for a pick, if anything.
Yeah, I could just stay posted on that angle, hope for a target to present itself. But he's going to get sectioned off, then falls further back. Good call. Wanting to keep himself alive, not wanting to just let that B site crumble. The rotation's so far away right now. Snappy needs to hinder this execution. There's so many terrorists filtering through, one of which is posted, one of which is alive, despite the damage dealt. That Sixer with the opening, and the bomb site in the hands of Envy. Heroic, they're just gonna save.
Yeah, the cork that sunk the ship instantly, opening up the B site to allow the plant to go down. Once they see that off the top banana, the bottom B smokes, there's so many tells there that show that Snappy had that much responsibility on his hands. There's probably no one else here to support him. And at the very best, you know, we've killed at least half of those guys. So we smoke CT out, take the site, easy round. I mean, instant save, look at that. One CT dead, and the rest of their team don't even think about rotating. It's a really sad affair, honestly. Like, Snappy took a shot that looked clean. Unfortunately for him, maybe he was a tiny bit smoke blind and put half that bullet into the wall. But bottom line is Sixer was right there to respond, so would have been difficult for them even if he took that shot and killed Sixer. There would have been 2 terrorists. I don't think they knew that he knew jumped around the smoke that could have turned that corner instantly and probably traded him out, which would have caused more problems for Heroic. And maybe they would have tried the retake, but a retake on B isn't necessarily that easy.
Now at this point, Heroic, obviously, they don't just need a couple rounds on the board, but they need to do it in convincing fashion, because their job is made so difficult. EnVyUs with 3 players on the cusp of 16K. Money for days. Still 0 rounds to the side of Heroic. Considering how clean they looked on Overpass, and how they were still able to put up some kind of a fight on Cobble, this is unprecedented. But This could be the round.
Ooh.
Doubling down towards the absence.
Wow.
Nico. He's able to grab 2 frags. That's going to put EnVy on the back foot, and it's going to keep them at the base of Banana. Couple of grenades go over, but EasyTag spams through. So much damage here has been dealt. The pistols will near pay dividend. Of course, the reload not in time as Sixer's able to find some frags, and then maybe the bomb plant.
Well, this round is not over. He's going to get a plant. I mean, he's got low HP, but the only thing that can end him now is spam. Oh, that's actually op spam, fortunately for him. Goal here is to make it a 1v1 however possible. Try to isolate a fight and allow himself a good after plant spot to guarantee that next kill. Problem is that he's going to be in danger of getting pre-fired, so can't fall for any shoulder peeks in that situation.
Also in danger of being fired out. A single licking of damage would put him over the edge. Of course, he's just going to bank on a single flash. He wants to stop the defuse. It's going to get tapped. They're going to line up, but now they're fully blind. They're sectioned off.
Oh
he hits
God.
the flick. The man is still on it, though. That's Yugi for the defuse. The knife is stashing, but no! Heroic able to find it on only a quarter health. Sixer didn't want to gamble with the angle. He didn't want to fire the shot.
Yeah, I mean, he just didn't have enough time to pull off that play. I mean, he didn't have enough time to go in for the knife. The thing is that he had absolutely no Tech 9 bullets after this kill. He ran in immediately with that op, didn't reload his Tech 9 and planted the bomb, so had no option to switch to his secondary.
I can't help but feel like a single slice was also missed in that moment.
Yeah, that's true.
One of them didn't connect. He had got all 3. The timing was there, only of a split second, but it was there. It was the actual lineup that wasn't. So, Heroic on the board in a very interesting fashion, but with only 1 player alive, this puts them in a very tough spot. A hard reset this deep with such a scoreline already secured on EnVy could spell disaster.
Yeah. If it wasn't already in writing, yeah, it would definitely seal it up. They've got, and this would be the worst circumstance too, a 1v1 clutch.
Nice pop flash. Turns the head of EasyTag, who then does go down. That's Snappy now, who needs the trade, but RPK so consistent on the clearing of the corners and the removing of the counter-terrorists. Yet again, putting the T-side in a fantastic spot, but Yugi's gonna drop at least 1 man. He's not blocked off. That smoke goes wide, but the fire convinces him back. Oh, so much damage dealt. The bomb now planted. XMS on the lurk. Spam draws away the attention, perfectly sold. Hook, line, and sinker. As again, Heroic are gonna be forced to save. No way they throw this one away.
My goodness. That is, that's all. I mean, they knew exactly what Snappy was doing too when they got that first kill. And it's tough. They have a lot of these setups that are equally reliant on both CTs to get kills, and it gives each player on the CT side a better chance of staying alive. But if one of those people does die, the other one is in such an awkward position. And that's how we see Heroic CT side fall apart time and time again.
EnVyUs are looking to call this one quits. They are looking to finish it quick.
Wow. The absolute fastest road to 14 rounds. They have Heroic on a double save right now, and Heroic aren't forcing up in response to it. I think they might be, I'm not sure what they're going to do next round if they haven't bought anything here, but they're not going to have a lot of money to work with. Quite simply, it might be FAMAS's and UMPs and a bit of hope.
I mean, what is it really that stands out? What is the factor that creates such a one-sided situation?
So I think a lot of the times we've seen in the past 3 rifle rounds at least, both players on the CD side die without a trade. And I think that's because the positions that Heroic are playing, it's always these setups where if one guy dies, the other one's in an incredibly awkward spot. Whereas if they don't, for example, when they were in halls and they had Nico and Madi,
yep,
and that was one of those setups. So if either of those players dies, the other one's in an awkward position, right?
Yep.
But in that situation, they both ended up getting 4 kills together, you know, completely closing it out. That was the 1 round they won. Majority of the time, however, EnVy have been completely ready for these setups. And it has me questioning whether or not they're good, because ultimately so much rides on them that, you know, if you have players good enough, Is that putting too much risk in the rounds?
A smirk on Happy after he spams away. Can smell blood in the water.
How did he get up there?
You're the movement master.
I don't actually know how I got. I didn't know that it was a
cubby.
Huh. But no matter. He falls in the smoke. And yeah. Oh, okay. No kits. All right. Half armor, no kits, light nades, but they have Enforce. So not as bad as I had imagined.
Already Scream getting himself closer to Boiler side. A flashbang out, but Heroic once more an awkward spot. Look how over here towards Banana we've got a man pushed up. The other man's over towards site, so EC tags drop. Sure, there's safety here. It's not a 5v3, but it's still a man advantage. At least Snappy is able to swing it back with one, but the Tech-9 comes barreling in. Sixer yet again, creating space and then going on the hunt with his off, finding targets aplenty. It's Yugi chucked to the wayside, and Heroic again in a position where they just need to save, but saving's not enough.
No, it's
we
not
are
enough.
13 rounds deep. You have 1 round on the board.
The truly awful part is that they don't want to save. Like, they would do anything except save, even on a 20% chance. But because they lose these 2 entries on the other side of the map, on such a big map so quickly, there was just no chance. There's no way for them to get there in time versus the numbers that they have to go up against. Wow. I mean, they're just getting run over, completely battered. I mean, this has got to be more than an issue of simply, like, how good they are. It's maybe the pressure, the circumstances. They have got to be feeling it, because Envy at this point are keeping it super simple. Rush P, 2 kills. Enter the site, plant the bomb, no retake potential. Ridiculous stuff.
Ridiculous that he just never lets off the W.
Yeah, never lets off the W. No L's, only W's.
Yep. Well, 1 L. That's all Heroic's got. Here we go, a little backwards aggression. RPK, because of the nades, is already in position, but the shot does not connect. Instead, it's Nico with the kill. Happy to the tunnel. He's going to hear a lot of footsteps next to him.
Oh my gosh.
Let them walk by. This is Happy with a lurk and Happy with a spray, but he's denied by Nico. Yugi, at least with another headshot, puts Heroic in a decent spot as it is the 3v2, but now it's taken back. And health to the advantage of Envy, but Snappy gets in. And it's all just on XMS. That bomb not planted for him as of yet. Snappy is now spotted. XMS fully blind, but still alive as he sees the man high. Tries to fire off. There's no nades for either team.
Oh, he's not on the bomb.
Now he is, tapping it once. XMS has to go. He needs to charge. He's able to spray the first, and now the player comes off. Now the player goes down. Again, a close moment, but this one's in the pocket of Envy. That round, and surely this map.
My God, not like this. Just round after round. And this one, a Hail Mary push down mid that comes as close as a 1v2. And even with full HP, Nico would have died there. That headshot. Another one on Snappy as well. 2 low players, but he couldn't tell. Broken by here, whatever they could find.
Desperation begins to sink in. Especially as Maudy's already down there. Sixer as well with a headshot quite quickly. Happy asserts himself through the arch side. They're just playing no holds bar.
Yeah.
They're doing whatever they want, whenever they want, and it is working. Scream finds another one. EC tags all that's left, and with a mag 7 versus all of this, his days are numbered.
My God. Damn. 14-1. I haven't seen that in a long time.
I almost feel bad.
That's a 14-1. You almost feel bad?
I do feel, well, I'm a heartless person, Wonders. But incredible stuff here. EnVyUs 14-1. They wanted this win. Again, we saw them really struggle last weekend in Valencia.
Yeah.
At that installation of the DreamHack Astro
Oh,
Open.
is the Frenchman in you that almost feels bad?
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah.
So, waving the flag high. I'm actually also French.
All right.
I was born in Montreal.
Well, I learn something about you every day.
Yeah. There's a lot to know. The rabbit hole goes deep. Just want you to know that now.
All right.
Okay.
Before we make any commitments.
Yeah. Any further commitments?
Poor old Heroic. And you can see it on their faces.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately one of those situations, although it is the cliche to say, this pistol round's important.
You're right. That is a cliche thing to say. I mean, I don't even know if it is. Is it?
No, it's
even?
not.
No, it's not even. It might not even be.
No, I think it is safe to say this game is over, unless Heroic want me to eat my words. But I would do so gladly, because it would be a thing of beauty to watch this comeback happen. But already, Scream starts with the taps. Easy tags down for the count, and again, the momentum from the first half continues into this. It spills over as Envy spill blood. But Snappy at least putting up a fight, not for long, as Happy finds him. Then another. Nico with a trade frag, but it's XMS with the last. Sixers pumped. EnVyUs is ready. They want this win. They've got this win. We only need the technicality. Step over the finish line, Envy.
Wow. I mean, it's good to see how excited they are. I mean, Envy have been in this position before and have, you know, not quite as dominant of a position, but and lost the game. And so I think they don't feel comfortable until it's completely over. But it's good to see the excitement is still there. Spears are high, and they're very much into this. So much damage dealt already.
After all the trials and tribulations that EnVyUs have gone through, the struggles of this lineup, it would mean the world to walk away the winners here in Atlanta. All they need to do is add one round to the board. And are they ever favored?
Heroic's health looking like a disjointed equalizer. There's EnVyUs. All right, just about 500 on top of having these guns. It's all come down to this.
Immediately dealt with. There's two frags. Scream will drop, but EnVyUs still in a prime spot to continue their success. Happy sprays away, and through the smoke he fades. Two terrorists remain, desperately seeking some kind of an entry, but they've lost themselves their flank. They've been boxed in. RPK flashes, and he's going to find both targets. He's going to spray for it, but now he has been dropped. So we have Heroic with a very slim chance of at least another round.
Yeah, very slim chance. I think, who was our man that turned tail and ran S to A? Oh, just in time. It was Sixer with 100 HP. Oh, but it's actually a B split happening. That is so interesting. Is Happy going to be ready for this? No way. He hears this.
Based on timing, Snappy still erases him from the corner. And this puts Sixer in a tricky spot. Now, he's got no smoke, but at least he has the flash. He needs to find both players, so he's going to have to play this quick. He's got no clue where they could be.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be a series of reads here, as there's no time to clear every angle properly. Instead, just whatever ones are given to you. And then hard call-outs. First one. Spotted.
He's just going to tap the bomb. He's going to try to stick this. There is no peek. Oh, my goodness. It's a little dangerously close.
Yeah.
A little tense.
I guess assuming that he wasn't quad, maybe figured that they both be constructions. The only thing that I think would have made sense in that situation with him knowing that they came from B. But there it is. It won't be a 16-1 tonight, at the very least.
Give us our comeback, Heroic. And again, at least they get an opportunity for a third round. But you can't help but feel like their head's already in the guillotine. It's a matter of time before EnVyUs just
cut the rope.
Yep.
That was pretty satisfying, I won't lie. That was, damn. Just paints the back of the head on Boiler.
Oh, and Scream gets a headshot at the distance. Not like this. Please, Heroic. If anything, this would be worse than just losing 16-1.
Yeah.
Gonna see Happy lurk through the tunnel yet once more. He spots the kneecaps and tries to blast them away. That's Yugi sitting on 41, but Madi comes back, bails him out.
Oh
And
my
yet
God.
Sixer hits the headshot. Reality starting to sink in as Heroic feel the pressure to close this round, but they're outnumbered 2-1. Despite the gun advantage. At this point, they're not just fighting for the win, they're fighting to dodge humiliation. Time's getting so damn low that it's gonna be added pressure. Luckily, Madi and Snappy then bail them out. So the noose now loosened. The bomb now down.
Bomb has been planted.
A couple tidbits of utility to play with.